So yeah, so this is what we're going to do today. We're going to vote for our favorites from 2015. And like I said, this is run by All About Casual Game, and they actually have this nomination piece, and then anyone can go in here and vote. So I'll have a link for you guys. I think I had it in the sticky chat note, but so you guys can go in there and vote as you go. But I'm also going to open it up here on Hitbox, because Hitbox has this kind of poll feature. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in here, folks, and we'll do a group vote. So you guys can go ahead and click on your choices, which is the best hidden object game of 2015, and then cast your votes, and then that's what we'll do for a group vote. So this is going to be interactive here as best as we can. You're going to have to go and cast your votes. Which is the best hidden object game? Is it Dark Reckoning, Brassfield Manor? Is it Grim Tales, The Final Suspect? Is it Nevertale's Legend? I think that was the third one in the series. New York Mysteries, High Voltage. I like that one. Phantasmic, The Endless Night. So that was actually the one prior. I think that was number 4. We just recently did number 5. Reflections of Life, Equilibrium. I don't remember that one. Witch's Legacy, The Dark Throne. I did that. I actually played that one for sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's see here. I'm actually going to pick. What am I going to pick? So these since the nomination period is games released from basically December 1st to November 30th, anything that was released in December would not be in this year's poll. So just kind of treat that as you will. Frankly, again, this is best hidden object game, so this is really about the hidden object puzzles. You'll see as we kind of go through, there are other categories that have different games in it. So I don't know. What do you think, Team YouTube? What do you think? What's your choice? And I'll cast it for YouTube. If you guys have a choice, just hit me with 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, 1 through 7. You like the Reflections of Life, Equilibrium? I think I've played one of the Reflections of Life, but I don't think it was the Equilibrium one. So my personal choice is Phantasmic. I really enjoyed this 4th game. I thought it was pretty cool. Grim Tales is kind of what I'm hearing from Team YouTube. You don't remember half these games? Yeah, I know. I remember New York Mysteries because it had like that electric dude that kind of traveled through the wires. That was pretty cool too. I like that one as well. So we've got ties here, folks, so we're going to have to break the tie. I'll have to, I guess, break the tie. It looks like a couple votes for Grim Tales and Phantasmic from Team YouTube. You're voting based on the title? That works too. So anyways, you guys ready? I'm gonna start the drum hole, and then we're gonna move on to the next award. So let's kind of make that call here. So I am actually going to pick together. Wait a minute, I should probably figure out which choice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like you guys are just completing your final votes here. So we've got 3 votes for Dark Reckoning, 3 votes for Nevertales. Those are kind of the lead runners. Can't have a 3-way tie, so we're gonna have to pick one. Nobody picked New York Mysteries. Aw, sad game is sad. So now we have these top 3 here. Dead Reckoning, Grim Tales, or Nevertale's Legend. Those are all tied. Oh, looks like we now have Dead Reckoning. Dead Reckoning, that was a pretty good one too. I will admit that. I don't think there's really a bad game here. So we have got to move on. So we're going to go ahead and stop the poll. And then we will click on Dead Reckoning. Because we got to do this again. Yay! Alright, so I've reset all of the votes. Now we're going to do Best Adventure Game. So this is more about the adventure side of the genre, not the puzzle, hidden object puzzle side. So go ahead, cast your votes quickly. Choice 1 is The Cadenza, The Kiss of Death. 2 is Final Cut, Femme Fatale. 3 is Maze, Subject 360. 4 is Puppet Show, The Price of Immortality. I actually like that one, that was pretty fun. 5 is Sea of Lies, Burning Coast. 6 is Subliminal Realms, The Masterpiece. And 7 is The Big Secret of a Small Town. So please go ahead and cast your votes. We'll give ourselves a good minute or so. Team YouTube, you're allowed to join in. Just shout out in the chat, and I'll kind of combine the totals between the two. And that's how we'll cast our vote together. We're going to do this. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 of these topics. We'll just kind of get through this just to have some fun. So what do you think? Looks like number 1 right now is the Cadenza, the Kiss of Death. For those of you that don't remember, that was the whole slapping game. I think that one had a wedding in it too. So that's number 1 right now. It's leading. Number 3 is the Maze, Subject 360. That's tied for, or it's actually in 2nd place right now. So we're going to do a drum roll, and we're going to make sure you guys get your final votes in, please. Sweet. Yes, Lolita, if you want to vote in the chat, that's fine as well. I think that's fair. We're going to do a bit of a group think here and kind of pick the right one. We have a couple votes for Puppet Show, which is number 4. And we have a couple votes for the Maze. So 3 votes for Puppet Show, 2 votes for the Maze. So right now it looks like our favorite is going to be the Maze when I combine the 2 scores. Okay, let's move to the next one. Now I don't know how many of you actually play time management. I personally I've played only 2 of these. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and run this again. This is the 3rd topic. So we've got Best Time Management and Strategy Game. So number 1, feel free to jump in and cast your votes right away. Number 1 is Bloom, Share Flowers with the World. 2 is Country Tales. 3 is Delicious, Emily's Home Sweet Home. 4 is Delicious, Emily's New Beginning. That's the one that I've played. I've played that one. 5 is Gardens Inc. 3, Bridal Pursuit. 6 is Incredible Dracula Chasing Love, and I'll talk about that one in just a moment. I don't want to necessarily bias things. And, oh, actually, I played this one too. Number 7 is Weatherlord Following the Princess. I think this is the 3rd Weatherlord. Yes, Wordfire's been playing a bunch of these Emily games. You know, they're kind of cool. I like them just for funsies. So this one here, Incredible Dracula, I want to talk about this one a little bit. This one was made by Newbridge Games. And I don't know how many of you know who Newbridge Games is, but they are the remnants of Skywind Games. Okay? And I don't know if many of you know Skywind Games. But that's the game company that made a very cool game that I thoroughly enjoy, that has some really cool opening menu music. And I don't know if how many of you remember that, but anyways, we're going to do the old drum roll here, and then we're going to kind of cast our votes. So we've got a couple votes for Delicious, couple for Dracula. I don't know how you would distinguish between these two. I mean, that's kind of crazy that there's 2 Delicious games that came out, but... And, what else? It looks like this one is, these 2 are kind of almost tied, really. And then, so I think that's gonna, if I add the Draculas together, voting for 6, that's gonna be our group winner. Alright, so I'm gonna reset the poll, and we're gonna do the next one. So feel free to jump in with your votes right away on Hitbox. Don't necessarily wait for me, but let's go ahead and run through the categories. This is Best Match 3 and Puzzle Game. We've got number 1 is Chef Solitaire USA. 2 is Gunspell. 3 is Jewel Match Twilight. 4 is Laraville 2, whatever that's supposed to mean. This is the one that's gotten quite a lot of buzz. Certainly, I know that Warfire played that one. I played a little bit of that one as well. So that's number 5, Regency Solitaire. Number 6 is Runefall. Number 7 is Solitaire Perfect Match. So there you go, folks. So just go ahead and chat about this. Let me know what you think. Cast your vote on Hitbox if you can. And then we'll kind of continue to go through all this. We're doing it. This is our best match 3. So what do you guys think? What do you mean reset the poll? I thought I did the poll. Alright, apparently I gotta reset the poll. Okay, there you go. It's reset. Alright, Team YouTube, what are your thoughts here? Duel match? I don't know. These ones are pretty tough. Like, I'm not a big match 3 kind of guy, so I'm not really sure, honestly. But anyways, go ahead, cast your votes. We don't want to spend all day on this, so... So what do you guys think? We're getting quite a bit of Twilight votes on YouTube. At least how many we got here? 1, 2, 3 for that game, which was choice number 3. Still looks like Regency Solitaire is heads above the rest of them. It's got like 8 votes. So let's move on to the next one. This is a fun one. We're going to reset the poll and start it over again. Jump right in with your votes. Choices 1 through 7. Best visuals, okay? Best visuals. So number 1 is Beyond Light Advent. 2, Christmas Stories, Hans Christian Andersen's, oh man, that's a mouthful. Tin Soldier. Number 3 is Dance Macabre, Deadly Deception. I did play that one, and of course I did play Beyond Light Advent. 4 is Dark Realm, Princess of Ice. 5 is League of Light, Silent Mountain. Played both of those. Lost Lands, The Golden Curse, still have that on my list to play. I've actually played all of these except for this Lost Lands. And then, of course, number 7. This is a tough one, so let's go ahead and have your votes. Jump in with it on Hitbox. Please go ahead and just hit you up with the votes. I'm going to also be looking at YouTube, so it looks like we've got one for Beyond, another one for Myth of the Lands, or Myth of the World, in Lost Lands. So we've got 1, 1, and 1. It looks like right now we've got another vote for number 4. Thank you, Lolita. Please, if you can, make sure you are casting the votes in the actual poll. Makes my life a little easier. And certainly, if shouting out twice is going to just make it interesting too. So we're going to go ahead and do that drum roll now, and we're going to move on. So if we look here on YouTube, you've got 1, 2, 3 for that. That makes it 9. Myths of the World, 1, 2. So it looks like if we were to add it all up, it's going to be Beyond. All right. Category number 6, Best Story. Ooh. Resetting the poll. Just go ahead and jump into the votes. We're going to do Best Story. Dark Reckoning, Brassville Manor, number 1. Evertide Slavic Fable, number 2. I've really been meaning to play that one as well. That's on my short list. 3 is Haunted Hotel Death Sentence. That's like 2 or 3 Haunted Hotels ago. I think there's been at least 2 more since then, or something like that. Maybe not. Midnight Mysteries Ghostwriting. I actually wanted to play that one, but never got a chance to. Mystery Case Files Ravenhurst Unlocked. This was the most recent one, I believe. I think this was number 13. New York Mysteries High Voltage is number 6. And then Off the Record Liberty Stone is number 7. We are voting for Best Story. Best Story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're basically, right now, it looks like number 5 is in the front. Wow, quite a lot of votes for Haunted Hotel on Team YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why did you guys like that game so much? Or you guys just want to rock the vote? I think I played the beta for this Midnight Mysteries, but I don't think I played the full game. So right now it's actually neck and neck between Haunted Hotel and Ravenhurst Unlocked. So what do you folks think? What is the number one choice here? It's a tough one. Okay, so we're going to do the drum roll, and then we're going to move on. All right. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a Mystery Case Ravenhurst Unlock. Best new series, folks. Let me reset the poll. Jump right in with your choice. Don't wait for me. If you have your answer already, go ahead and shout it out in the chat, or I should say shout it out in the poll. So this is best new series. Number 1 is Beyond Light Advent. Number 2 is Eventide, Slavic Fable. Number 3 is Incredible Dracula, Chasing Love. So remember that was a time management one. Maze Subject 360. Number 4, Runefald 5. 6 is Subliminal Realms, The Masterpiece. And number 7 is The Big Secret of Small Town. Please go ahead and cast your vote. This is the best new series. Best new series. Think of it as this is the game that was brand new for 2015. So we're getting quite a lot of votes for Beyond Light Advent, Maze Subject 360. I know, I can't pick between these two either, to be honest with you. But I mean, you gotta make those choices, right? Let's see if we check over on Team YouTube here. We've got a vote for Eventide, a vote for 360, and another vote for Eventide. 3 more votes for Subject 360. So we're definitely getting more votes for Subject 360. We're going to do the drum roll. Cast your final votes, folks. So that's it. We're going to now cast our votes, and it looks like, wow. Yeah. So it looks like Subject 360 is going to be the winner by a hair. I mean, if I could pick 2, it'd be these 2 for sure. And what I love about both of these games, they're both by Madhead. Madhead had the notion to go out on a limb and create 2 brand new games, and kudos to them for doing that. Either one of them deserved that award, I would say. Okay, best sequel, folks, and then we've got best sequel and best developer. So let me reset the poll. We got 2 more votes to cast, and then we're gonna move on to some gaming. All right, folks, let's do it. We are doing best sequel now. Number 1, A Bridge to Another World, The Others. Number 2 is Dark Realm, Princess of Ice. Number 3 is Haunted Hotel, The X. Number 4 is Lost Lands, The Four Horsemen. I believe that is the 4th game in the series. Number 5 is Mysteries of the Ancient, A Deadly Cold. Number 6 is Reflections of Life, Equilibrium. And number 7's Where Angels Cry, Tears of the Fallen. Alright folks, please cast your votes. Vote in the Hitbox poll and shout them out over on YouTube. Thank you very much. So if we look over on YouTube, we're getting quite a lot of votes for Haunted Hotel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes for Haunted Hotel. Wow, you guys really liked that game, did you? So we're going to do the drum roll. I think this one's a slam dunk. Yeah, Artemis, that's probably why I forgot that game, because it was practically a year ago. Alright folks, it is definitely a slam dunk. We have picked Haunted Hotel, The X. This was the 10th game. I like this one. Maybe in the spirit of that, maybe I'll do the bonus chapter for that one today, live, because I haven't actually did the bonus chapter. We'll see. What do you guys think about that? Alright folks, we got one more poll. The most important poll. Oh, actually, oops, we have 2. I forgot there was one at the bottom there. Alright, we're going to do Best Developer, okay? Let's do that right now. I'm going to reset the poll. You guys go ahead and jump in with your votes. And we will do best developer. Best. So we got number 1, Daily Magic Productions. Number 2 is Epix Entertainment. 3 is Elephant Games. I just did Witch's Legacy the other day, and they are the ones that make that game series. Elephant Games is 4. 5 BN Games is 6. Or sorry, 5. Grandma Studios is 6, and Madhead Games. All right, folks, cast your vote. Go ahead and put them in the Hitbox poll and shout them out over at YouTube. So what do we have here? We've got 3 votes for Madhead Games. Yeah, this is a tough one. Whoo! Best developer. Best. Yeah, I honestly, I actually enjoy everything that all of these studios have produced. In terms of best, though, I think of in terms of creativity, in terms of style, in terms of polish. That's what I think of in terms of best developer. Even just like the most uniqueness to what they provide as well. So that's kind of how I think about it. So let's see, YouTube, we've got 5 votes for Madhead Games. So that puts us at 9 for that. We've got Elephant Games. So, this is a close one. So it looks like it's boiling down to Epix or Madhead. Oh, you think that's what Epix deserves it? Yeah, I'm personally, I'm going to kind of rock the vote here a little bit. It is so close here, guys. You are totally tying it. And I'm going to go with Madhead. But that's a tough one. All right. Is this the last one? It is not. Wait, how many are there? Oh my gosh. There's 12. All right, let's do best concept. We got to do all of them. We got only a couple more to go. Best concept. So number 1, Beyond, Light Event. 2, Grim Tales, The Final Suspect. 3, Maze, Subject 360. 4, Midnight Mysteries, Ghost Rider. 5, Reflections of Life, Equilibrium. 6, Runefall. I don't even know anything about 6. Number 7, The Big Secret of a Small Town. Again, I know nothing about that game. Best concept, folks, okay? Go ahead and cast your votes for best concept. Think of this one as there's something about that game that stands above all the other HOPA games. Something about that, the concepts that were built into it, whether it was a game mechanic or a story element or something about that game made it unique in its own way. So go ahead and cast your votes. Let's see here. Well, YouTube, go ahead and shout them out. It's always hard to pick your favorite, right? But you gotta kind of make those tough choices. A couple votes for Grim Tales. I think the Grim Tales, The Final Suspect, if I'm not mistaken, was the widescreen. Wasn't that what was unique about that one was the widescreen? Could be wrong. Obviously the Beyond Light Event, that was a whole sci-fi feel to it. And the Maze Subject 360, that was kind of like the horror piece. But the ghost writing, I kind of recall that a little bit too, but man, oh man. What do we got here for votes? Number 1 and number 3 are tied right now. Grim Tales, I'm going over to YouTube, so Maze. How many votes for Maze? 1, 2, 3. So 3 votes for Maze. And then what do we got for Beyond? Oh boy. Looks like it's a tie between Beyond and Subject Maze. I think we gave the nod to Subject Maze on a previous one, so I'm gonna tilt it over to Beyond for this one. Okay, Talk of the Town. Let's do this one here, and then we've got one more to go. What is the Talk of the Town? What is the one game that you were talking about weeks after it came out? What's the one game that you remember the most? What's the one game that you can say, I remember story elements or a game mechanic, and other people were talking about it? So go ahead and cast your votes, 1 through 7. I'm not going to read out these all out again because you've heard them all. They're all the same sort of thing. But what is that one game that you talked about to your friends, to your family, after the fact? Let's go ahead and cast your votes. We have, it looks like we've got a couple votes for the first few ones. Subject 360 and Key to Ravenhurst is definitely the one that is up there. Looks like Team YouTube is shouting out to Maze and a couple of notes to Key to Ravenhurst. You're still confused about the twins? That's a tough one. Alright folks, dead heat between Maze, Subject 360, and Key to Ravenhurst. We're going to go ahead and do a drum roll. Alright folks, it looks to me, when I add up all of the votes, that the Key to Ravenhurst is the talk of the town. Okay, one more to go, folks. This is the best of the best. What is the game of the year? This is it. This is all in, folks. So let's take enough time here. Let's make sure that we give it all some good thought. What was the game of the year for 2015? What is that one game that you could even see yourself replaying? Or maybe that game that you had installed on your computer a little bit longer than you normally do. Or that game that you have certain memory moments from it where you're like, oh my gosh, I remember when that happened. So go ahead, cast your votes over in the Hitbox poll, and please do shout them out over on YouTube, and we'll kind of tally this up here. We've got quite a good collection of games here. Yeah, I mean, they're there. I mean, every one of these is a moneymaker, so go ahead and cast your vote for the game of the year. I expect there to be some ties in here, too. So we've got number 1 is Beyond Light Event. Yeah, okay, so I'm looking at the votes here. Maze, Delicious, Delicious, Maze. So we got 3 votes for Maze in YouTube. No, 4 votes for Maze. So what is Maze? Maze is number 4. So Maze has got 9 votes altogether. Delicious has got a couple votes too. Okay. Subject 360's got a couple votes. Oh yeah, so I mean, it's really looking like, honestly, if I add up all of the votes in YouTube, as well as the ones that are cast here in Hitbox, you guys are telling me that it's Maze, Subject 360. So I don't know, what do you folks think of that? Is that legit? Does that make sense? Yes, I want you to think about it, and what is that one game that you would play again? That's to me, in my mind, the best of the best. Or that one that you left on your hard drive a little bit longer. For me, I would have to agree. I think Subject 360 was an incredible adventure. There was a lot of nuances to that game that just blew my mind for a Hopa adventure, and I can't wait to see what they do with that next year, because it's going to be awesome. Alright folks, that is the end of that. Let's go ahead and put in our little captcha thing here at the bottom. And we have group voted. Congratulations. Yay!